perfect lighting may or may not exist. Oh my gosh, look at this adjustment. If you're only listening by audio, you're not going to have as much fun. Look at that. I click on the light. Whoa. Washed in darkness. Oh my gosh. That's wild. Then I click on me and we start to light back up. I think that lighting works, but then it like brights up like that. See? That's what I'm saying. Audio is the more important part, I think. We'll try this instead. We'll go with that lighting today. I think that'll work just fine. There's a fuzz on my microphone. Good stuff. Prologue done. I think I came across a video today. I was wondering what I'd talk about, and I decided, oh my gosh, now the lighting's freaking out again. Fantastic. Came across a video today. I'm distracted. Oh my gosh. Fix yourself, lighting. Stay that way. You can do it. Beautiful. I was actually working a lot on my professional website today, of which, if you're diligently following the channel, you would have seen not too long ago a YouTube short that I put up promoting the revamped website, as I said. It's been needing an overhaul, and it got one, and I think there's still going to be some minor updates to it rolling out over maybe the next couple days or weeks, but the overall revamp is done, and I'm happy about it. Much more communicative about what I actually do. So if you're interested, the website is in the description. Check it out. Just promoting all the trainings I do. If you're local to me, it's promoting renting office space from me. I'd love to have more people here and see y'all. And it's promoting the therapeutic work I do and the identity formation work that I do. So really excited about that. And I thought, well, maybe I'll talk about that. And then I was just taking a break after my last appointment that I had today, a shorter day for me overall. And a video popped up, and it's one that I think most people will have seen a version of this type of video, but it's just someone saying, no one's going to remember you in 100 years kind of video. Life's going to pass by. It's going to be over, so it doesn't matter, live your life. And that kind of aphorism of, it doesn't matter anyway, so go forward. And that's a fine line between nothing matters, so do whatever, and don't worry about it. And I think one of the things that's important to know is I think at a certain point, that sentiment, it will just click with people differently. You understand? Where the idea behind this principle of nothing matters is not that nothing matters, but what it means is so much of someone's life, the average person, is informed heavily by fear. They're so controlled by fear, and they're so controlled that they don't even realize the amount of fear that binds them down. And sometimes we are aware of the fear and we're frustrated by it, but often still we're not fully grasping it. And if you can let go of fear fully, you will identify that so much of your life was held back by it. And we just don't see this. I'm afraid of what the person is going to say. I'm afraid that if I do this, they're going to think this way of me. I'm afraid that I'm not going to have enough money, or I'm not going to have enough friends, or I'm not going to be loved. And in reality, if you're pursuing the thing that you truly believe you were put here to do, it doesn't matter, because you'll either do it or you'll die trying. And ideally, you should be happy the whole time because you're doing the thing you're supposed to do, finding joy. And if you're too caught up with outcomes, then you're caught up in the wrong thing. You're not here to create outcomes. You are here to move forward into the life that you were created for, and to worry so much about what people will think. And I have dealt with this so much, and just even with my business, it's always scary to promote yourself to your local community because you'll run into them, you'll see them. If you make a fool of yourself, they'll remember it was you. That's why so much of online type of entertainment and social media and influencer style engagement is with anonymity. You don't know your audience, and a lot of people have audiences that do not consist of their close-knit group of friends. It's just how it is. And a lot of people that has work that stretches it's not always going to click with people you're close to. And interestingly enough, when you're trying to get good at it, the people that are giving you a chance are likely going to get some of the worst work you'll ever do because you're figuring out how to do it still. And just owning that and knowing that you might actually botch it so much that that person is the biggest source of negative word of mouth you ever get about your character, even if not your business. I know there's people out there who probably say bad things about the way I run business. I know there's people out there who probably say bad things about who I am as a person. And the reality is they're probably speaking, a lot of them, from just an honest experience they had with me where I messed up or dropped the ball. Sometimes they'll be speaking from their own pain and they were just wrong the whole time and need to grow up. But a lot of the time, it probably is something we did. And we probably did along the way mess up and mistreat or miscommunicate or didn't deliver the product we said we were going to deliver. And we have to own that. And if you can just know deep down, I got to keep moving forward in what I believe is right and what I believe I'm here for and what I believe my purpose and my meaning of life is here. I believe strongly you'll keep lining life up to be further in alignment with the direction you are meant to go. And yes, you should be mindful not to leave the path of destruction. You also have to recognize that things won't go smoothly and cleanly every time. And there will be people who don't like you for the sole reason that you're doing the thing you're supposed to do. No other reason. And it won't be because you're doing anything wrong or bad. They just will be upset that you're pursuing the right thing. That's how life is. And that will often happen because they're not pursuing the right thing themselves. And they're too caught up in relying on you and your decisions to give them life satisfaction. And that's not accurate or correct in terms of legitimacy and how one should live their life. So this idea of just not caring about what other people think, and it doesn't ever mean we don't do our best. It just means you're trying to do something. Go forth and do it as best as you can. Hurt as little people along the way as you can. Don't be hurting people. Don't be causing problems. Don't be creating conflicts. But promote the good thing. Promote the good fight, as people say. You know, if I'm supposed to be doing this work that I'm doing here, great, right? I mean, you know, I don't look at myself as I'm supposed to be a YouTube content creator. I do these videos for a lot of reasons, the biggest of which is personal development. Practice communication, practice moving my thoughts out into the world and processing my own thoughts. I also do it knowing that there's going to be some people who resonate and can connect and maybe have a little bit of a Me Too experience of saying, I am like that as well. I connect with that. And great. And, you know, I've been doing this for over a year and a half now. Actually, we're coming up on 2 years really soon. And at the time of speaking, last I checked, 232 subscribers. This isn't for me to make millions of dollars doing YouTube, right? I don't know where the channel or subscribers will go, but I can tell you I've not changed anything based on that. I do stuff to try to make it more engaging, right? Trying to new microphone. Well, it's not a new microphone, but trying to, someone mentions the audio is not good. I'm like, you're right. Let me see if I can adjust it. Video is not good. All I can say is I don't really have the budget to invest in a high quality camera right now, but I'll still deliver the best I can, right? I'm not trying to make this a career. I'm just trying to talk. I don't think I'm on this planet to do YouTube. Maybe I am, time will tell. But I think I'm on this planet more to help people find joy and strategize their growth forward in finding purpose and meaning and identity. And I do that in this office that I sit in and in my relationships. And I think sometimes to these videos with how I communicate. But my hope is just to have the most amount of conversations I have the willpower for to help people get closer to full freedom in their life. Fantastic. And I want to do that with truth and honesty, and people will be bothered by it. And that's fine. And it's weird to me to think people will be bothered by it. But I can tell you straight up, just in my community of therapists, I've had some weird conversations. And especially in the business world, people don't want honest business. People don't want truthful business. And people don't want a congruent workspace where people can be themselves. They want a compliant space where it's hierarchical from the top to the bottom and everyone's praying upwards to the top. That's what a lot of businesses really want. and the employees just want to do their job well and help the world. And not every company is like that. Not every business is like that. I know plenty that are fantastic. But this is what you get when you create a business system that cares more about what's legal than what's ethical and moral. And the entire business culture, in terms of educational standpoint, for the most part, is just about legal compliance and how to make money. It's rarely taught how to be more moral or ethical. Read the book Called to Business by Dallas Willard if you want an incredible crash course in moral and ethical business ownership. It's like 70 pages. Called to Business, Dallas Willard. There you go. But to me, it's a who cares thing, because I want to do what I feel like I'm supposed to do and what I feel like is morally and ethically right and in alignment with my identity and who I'm made to be. And that's where not caring about other people is helpful. It's just remembering when I die, I have to be able to stand before God and say, I did my best at this thing. And I can tell you right now, I have shortfallings that make me very uncomfortable to know that I can't honestly say that, the way I want to yet. And so it matters, That's who I'm accountable to. It's not to a YouTube comment or to someone where I post a marketing thing and they think I'm stupid or that my practice doesn't work well or whatever, or I make a pitch to someone and make a fool of myself on accident. I'm going to get better next time, or I lead a training that doesn't go as well, or I lead something that go really, really well, and then people get upset with me for that. It doesn't matter. Move forward, right? Don't worry about it. So, I went off there. So hopefully there's some encouragement to be found. I'm going to leave it there. Pursue what you are meant to pursue. Happy Monday. I'll see you next week.